Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining today. My name is Melissa, and I'm here to lead you through chair yoga. We will practice chair yoga together for 30 minutes. Just a reminder to listen to your body. If any of the stretches are not working for you, you can always skip them, come on out and modify. And things that you'll need for your class today is you'll just need a chair. So a chair that at your desk is perfect. If your chair has wheels, you may want to put them in a locked position so you're not rolling around too much. And if you can adjust your seat up or down, you may just want to have it so that your hips are in line with your knees. So if you look down, you have 90-degree angle in your legs. So as we move through class today, I was thinking that we could do a full body stretch so we can try to work on all of those areas that tension builds up throughout the day. So we'll try to release the neck a bit and the shoulders, upper back, low back, and get down into the legs as well. My favorite thing about this class is all of the stretches that we will work with today, you can easily incorporate them into your workday. So even if you have 20 seconds, 30 seconds, you can just think back to some of the stretches that we're doing and offer that to your body, because that can really give a lot of relief, which is really nice. Can get the circulation and blood flowing and just release that tension. So as we start today, come to the edge of your seat, and that will help you to elongate your spine. And we'll just check in 90-degree angle on the legs. Also, as we go to the edge of the seat, that will help you to engage the core as well. Sometimes when we're sitting into the back of the seat, we have this bit of rounded forward posture. So we'll just help to open up the chest and the heart a bit more. And allow for your eyes to close here. And we'll just begin to simply drop into our body, and we'll drop into our breath. We'll do a little centering. So try to feel your feet relaxing. As you travel up your body, feel that your ankles are in line with your knees. Feel that your knees are in line with your hips. Feel that your shoulders are over the hips. Let go of tension that you might be holding on to in the shoulders. Lengthen the back of your neck. Try to keep a neutral chin here as well. So we don't want our chin to be up too high. We don't want it to be down either. So just imagine if you could see yourself from the side, just a nice neutral chin, elongated spine. Relax your jaw. Relax your eyebrows. And maybe imagine that someone was drawing you by the crown of the head by a golden thread. And then take a moment to just draw your awareness to your breath. Take a deep full breath in. Take a deep full breath out. Set an intention for your class, and intention could be anything. It might be that you want to relax a bit, practice some self-care. It could be that you want to push yourself, that you're holding some tension in an area and you want to release that. Let's take a nice deep full breath in, and hands will extend up to the sky. Bringing your index and bringing your thumb to touch. Gently relax your hands down. Full breath in. Let's reach up and stretch up. And release. 3 more times here. As you relax your hands down, we are going to sweep the hands to the sky so that we bring our hands in line with our shoulders. And reach and stretch up with your right hand. So create a little slack here on the left. Left hand rises, right hand slacks, reach up, stretch up. side to side. And then each time that you create this movement, try to reach and stretch up and out of the waist a little bit more. See if you can get a nice stretch right into the sides of your body. Good. Let's bring ourselves back into stillness here. Hands can relax down. Now we'll work with a shoulder shrug. So take your shoulders up to the ears. Try to create a bit of tension here. And then gently offer a release and just see how those shoulders can relax. Shoulders come to the ears. Tense, tense, tense. And let it go. And let's go a few more times here. So tense, tense, tense. Release. Good. Now, as you relax your hands down, working with your right shoulder, let's take our right shoulder up to our ear. We'll create a nice large circle. Relax it down. Up, back, down. Good. Left shoulder. Up, back, down. Great. We'll come back to center, back to neutral. Let's take that right shoulder up, create some tension here, tense, 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 and release. Left shoulder rises, tension rising up, and let it go. And we're just gonna flow side to side here for a moment. Good. Let's go one more time on each side here. Great. We're gonna let that one go by one big shoulder circle. Take the shoulders up, back, and down. Good. Hands to the sky. Full breath here. And hands at the heart. Full breath out. Inhale, reach up and stretch up. And release. One more time. Hands at heart. Circle in the other direction. So fingertips to the sky, arms sweep out and around. And release. Fantastic. Let's bring our hands behind our body. Try to reach for opposite elbows here. And if you can't do that, that's okay. Just work your hands in that direction. So you might just grab somewhere on the forearms. And imagine that you could squeeze a pencil between the shoulder blades and let your shoulders relax away from your ears. Now we are going to just switch up the hands. So notice which hand is on top, which hand is on the bottom. And we're going to switch it up so that the opposite hand is on top and then opposite hand is on the bottom. It's always good to switch up the grips so that different muscles can work here. And release. Let's let that one go. We're going to take one shoulder roll, take the shoulders up, back, and down. Great. Let's work a bit with our legs. We're going to get that circulation and blood flowing down to our toes. So if you wanted to scoot into the chair just a little bit, not too much, we don't want to round here, but it can be nice to have a little support. Right leg extends out in front. Begin to point and flex your foot. And then as you're pointing and flexing, just feel yourself move with the breath. And point your foot for a moment here and breathe into the stretch for the top of your foot. We are going to breathe into the stretch for your heel. And then flex your foot. Begin to press out through the heel and the back of the knee. Bring yourself into circles, large circles or small circles. Circle in the other direction. And let's bring that right leg up and over. We will create a figure four stretch. And then for this one, you may want to scoot back right to the edge of your seat. Might make that one a little easier. Now, as we take this stretch, if this is too much for you, just skip it. You can meet us in the next one. You are going to flex your foot. That will just help you to activate some more muscles and just get some muscles in the knee working. And then you can press this knee down with your hand or just energetically sending it down. Sit with your spine straight. Option to fold yourself forward if you'd like. And then just maybe close your eyes here. Give yourself a moment to connect with your breath. Feel yourself breathe in and breathe out through your nose. Breathing in and out through the nose has a very calming effect on your mind and body. Breathing through the mouth can activate fight or flight, so this will just really help to soothe the mind, the body. Coming up to a neutral spine here. Hands to the sky, breathe in. Hands to the right, breathe out. And then as you're twisting, on the in-breath, feel your spine lengthen. On your out-breath, allow for your twist to deepen. Hands to the sky, let's breathe here. Release to the left, breathe out. These are our seated spinal twists. And what I like a lot is that this backhand can actually grab onto the chair and just let that pull you deeper into your twist, give you a little bit more stretch. Back to center, hands up, and hands at the heart. Great. Let's bring our feet out nice and wide. So you could really scoot to the edge of your seat here. We're just going to do a little windshield wipe of the knees to the right and the left. Great. Let's come back on through to center. Left leg extends out in front. Begin to point and flex your foot. So as you're creating this movement, make sure that you're breathing. Sometimes when we're concentrating, we hold the breath. So we want to keep the breath flowing in and out very deeply. Again, in and out through the nose. And take that time to pause. Begin to point your foot. Flex your foot. Circle. And then as you're moving through these movements, maybe notice if the stretch feels easier on the side, it may feel more challenging on the side. Our bodies can be so different one side to the next side, especially when we work with our hips and we work with our legs. Circle in the other direction. And I love these movements of our feet because how often do we, point and flex our toes unless we're doing yoga and circle and things like that. So it's really good just to bring that awareness down into your toes and into your ankle, give them a little attention. And we are going to release, bringing the leg up and over, scooting to the edge of your seat. And we'll find figure four. So this one's called a seated pigeon or figure four stretch. You can stay seated here with your spine straight, and you may want to fold forward as you exhale. And then just gently relaxing. So this stretch is really good for your legs and your hips. It's great for getting into your low back. And if you ever experience sciatica or sciatic pain or anything like that, it can really be nice for releasing tension in that area. Coming up here to neutral, let's take a nice deep full breath in. Hands can reach and stretch to the sky, releasing off towards the left. And again, we're just going to gaze off that left shoulder. See if that helps you move a little bit deeper into your seated spinal twist. Coming back to center, realign, hands reach and stretch up and release off towards the right. With your in-breath, feel your spine lengthen. On your out-breath, allow for your twist to deepen. Back to center, realign, hands to the sky, breathe in. Hands at the heart, breathe out. Left foot lowers, feet come out nice and wide. Let's windshield wipe to the right and the left. And release, let's bring it on up to standing. And as we come to stand, let's start with our feet right in line with our hips. Hands can reach and stretch to the sky. Right hand reaches for your left wrist, and then take your left foot to the right. So we'll have our legs crossed. Take a full breath here to lengthen. Let's bring our hands to the right. Almost create a little sensation like that right hand could pull your left hand to the right side of the room. Good, legs will stay just how they are. We'll come to neutral, then change up the grip in the hand. So left hand for right wrist. Pull it off towards the left. Try to ground evenly through both of your feet, inside and outside of each foot. Come back to center. We'll release on the hands and reset on our feet, and then trying that on the other side. Hands up. Left hand for right wrist, and then right foot to the left to start. Lengthen. Release to the left. Breathe deeply here. So imagine creating a little space in between the ribs. Back to center. Change up the grip in the hands. Releasing off towards the right. Almost feel like this right hand could pull that left hand to the right. Back to center. Reset on hands and legs. Let's try a shoulder release. So hands behind your body. For this one, fingers will interlock and palms will touch, or you can square your wrists. So we want to imagine that we could squeeze a pencil between the shoulder blades. So you can stand up tall and straight if you'd like. And then there's also a variation to do a little fold forward as well. You could have your arms run along your back or release your arms from your back a bit. Feel free to bend into your knees if that's needed. Give a little support to the hamstrings if the hamstrings are a bit tight. Bringing your hands onto your low back. Hands relax down towards the mat or down towards the ground rather. And then we're just going to flow on up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. As you come to stand, let's take a nice shoulder roll. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's grab onto the chair so that you have that for some support if you need it. And if you didn't want to grab the chair, if you're close to a wall, you can always grab that as well. So let's try a little balancing here. So for this balancing pose, we are going to take our right leg out in front of us for a 90-degree angle. You can take one hand to the sky or both hands to the sky. And then this one, you can stay right here. Option to try to straighten out your leg. We're going to do a pulse down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's keep those hands right and up to the sky. And then gently relax down. So feel free to take your chair, lift it up, send it to the other side of you, or just shift your body around. We are going to have that left leg coming on up. Of course, you can hold onto your chair, hands to the sky if you would like. Straighten your leg, press out through the heel and the back of the knee. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's release that one down. We're going to take our feet nice and wide. Windshield wipe here, or we're going to take our hands to the right and the left. We'll just do a nice little shift here, side to side. Love the stretch, good reset for everything. Getting down to the fingers, getting down to the toes. Nice little twist and release for the spine, arms, legs. So really hitting all the spots in the body, which is nice. Great. Let's bring ourselves back to stillness here. Take your feet in line with your hips. And sometimes they say for hip distance, because sometimes people think their hips are a lot wider than they are. You can imagine maybe they say generally it's 2 fists distance between your feet. And another way is you can jump up. And then where you land is you always have your feet land in line with your hips, which is a cool thing. That always seems to work. So you can try that out. Another thing is try to have your toes point straight forward. We don't want our toes to turn in or out too much. And let's work with chair pose. We'll come into Utkatasana. So we'll gently drop our hips back and down. We'll take our hands to the sky. Chair pose. So imagining that there was a chair behind you that you could sit into. Try to draw the weight back into your heels. Toes are light. Almost create a little sensation like the toes could lift from the mat. Make sure that when you look down too, you want to see the tips of your toes. We don't want our knees to come too far forward for this one. Nice full breath in, nice full breath out. Good, let's release that one. We're gonna come on up to stand. Bring the arms out into T. We're gonna slap the arms in the body. So one arm is on top, one on bottom, and then we're gonna switch that up. So each time alternating which arm is on top and bottom. Let those arms kind of slap on the back body as well. Give yourself a little massage here. Good. Let's release that one. Nice full breath in, shoulders up, back, and down. Great. Let's go on to the chair. We'll try one more balance here. So for this one, our right knee will come on up. So one option is to hold the knee in. So you can just kind of hold it there. If you can't grab the knee and draw it in, you can have one hand on the chair, maybe one hand hold the knee, maybe both hands hold the knee. We're going to try this one. This one is called Standing Padangusthasana Stretch. This one is great for your hip joint and great for your low back and a really good stretch for your legs. So wherever you're at, you can hang out just where you are. Maybe take your right knee off to the right and your left hand can move off towards the left. Maybe gaze off your left fingertips. Maybe take your index and your thumb to touch. Come into a little mudra here. Bring yourself back to center. Take your knee to your chest, hug it in. Right knee to the left. And right hand to the right. So you're just gonna have to switch those hands up that's holding the knee. Gaze off the right fingertips. Good, let's try to come back to center. Take your knee to your chest, hug it in. And release it down. Let's just do a nice little shakeout on that one. If you can't do that one, don't be too hard on yourself. It's a little challenging, but I thought I'd throw it in there to mix it up a little bit. So if you need to, just take your chair, bring it onto the other side. I'm gonna bring that left knee in. So again, hand on the chair. Maybe this is where you're at today. Maybe you're just holding here, or maybe you're just holding that leg up, really building that leg strength. Option to pull that knee in. So this pose is really good for strengthening your standing leg. So that right leg, strengthening all the muscles through the foot, through the ankle, and through the knee. Staying there, maybe left knee to the left, right hand to the right, maybe that mudra. Bringing the pads of your fingers, the index and your thumb together. This is our Mudra, Yana Mudra. Back to center, knee to your chest, hug it in. And left knee to the right, and left hand to the left. Again, mudra in that left hand. Gaze off your left fingertips. Breathe in and breathe out. Back to center, take your knee to your chest, nice hug in and release. Let's shake it out again. Shake out your wrists, shake out your feet. Try to let go of any tension here. Great. As we come on up to stand here, let's take our feet right in line with our hips. We'll bring our right hand on our right hip. Let's bring our left arm up and over. Reach for the right side of your head. Full breath here to lengthen. Left ear to left shoulder on exhale. And then breathing into that neck release. Full breath in here. Full breath out. And release. Let's bring ourselves back to neutral. We're going to keep that right hand where it is. Left arm up and over. Let's land in a full spinal stretch here. So we're just going to take that left hand to the right. Maybe feel your left hip press to the left. See if that helps you move a little bit deeper into your stretch. Come back to center. We'll realign here. Keep that right hand where it is. Let's take our left hand up and over. This time, reach for the right side of your head. Gaze to the underarm area, and then take your gaze down towards the ground. And then gently use your hand to guide you a little deeper into the stretch. So not moving with force, just nice gentle suggestion, lowering yourself down a bit. And release. Let's come back to center. We'll realign here. Left hand onto your left hip, right hand up and over. Reach for the left side of your head. Full breath to lengthen. Right ear to right shoulder, breathe out. And release. Let's put ourselves back on through to neutral. Right hand up and over. Let's bring ourselves into that side stretch. Try to feel right hip pressing to the right, lengthening through the neck and through the spine. Almost imagine that you could reach and stretch through the crown of your head. Float yourself back on up to neutral. Right hand up and over. Reach for the left side of your head. Take your gaze to your underarm and then down towards the ground. Let your hand guide you into the stretch a little more, a little deeper. So we don't want to really yank the head, but it's just this nice gentle suggestion of the hand on the head. And release. Let's float ourselves on up. Gently relaxing here. Let's take our shoulders up, back, and down. Let's bring ourselves into a comfortable seated position. And then as you find that comfortable seated position, maybe scoot to the edge of your seat to help elongate your spine. And gently circle your head. So imagine that there was a clock in front of you and you wanted to run your nose through the numbers of the clock. So we're just going to work this very nice rotation for the neck. And circle in the other direction. And release. Let's bring ourselves to stillness here. Take a moment to close the eyes. Let yourself connect back to your breath. Breathing in, breathing out through your nose. Feel your body rising on the in-breath and expanding. Feel your body gently lowering and contracting on the out-breath. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Observe your mind and your body in the moment. Feel your mind relax, calm, at ease. Feel your body aligned and balanced. Tension that you may have come to class with, feeling how that's released with breath and movements. Letting the eyes open when you're ready. Thank you for joining today. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Melissa.
You're welcome.